you say we send off the weekend with a great game of football, everybody? The stage is set. It is Sunday night primetime here on EA Sports. Let's close out the weekend with what should be a good one on Monday night primetime between the Miami Dolphins and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Leading the Dolphins sideline, head coach Mike McDaniel. His guys 6-2 over the last 2 months of play. On the Steelers sideline, that is head coach Mike Tomlin. His guys all ready to go here on Christmas Eve. Weekend with a great game of football, everybody. The stage is set. It is Sunday night primetime here on EA Sports. Coming up, let's close out another great week of football with a Sunday night primetime matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Leading the Dolphins sideline, head coach Mike McDaniel. His guys 6-2 over the last 2 months of play. On the Steelers sideline, that is head coach Mike Tomlin. His guys all ready to go here on Christmas Eve. With my buddy Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. This is Rigoberto Sanchez to get us started. And we're off in Sunday night primetime. Making some progress here. And the tackle's made as he gets it out to the 32. So the Dolphins offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a proud Samoan and one of your few fellow lefty QBs, Brock, Tua Tagovailoa.
Last week is one of those weird spots as a quarterback, Kate. Right? You celebrate it when every win is so hard in this league, but as a QB, you also know when you throw more interceptions than touchdowns, you're very fortunate to come on the winning side of any game at this level.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. They'll stick with Achane. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that is a Dolphins first down.
You want to drain some of the excitements of the noise from a home stadium? That's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
First down, and they go right back to it. He's going to get this to the opposing 41. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And it's going to be first down Miami.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play action pass to come.
So first down from the 41. Staying on the ground here with Achane. No repeat success of that last run as he only is able to get back to the line on this play.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. 2 and out from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. He's got it in the red zone. And no touchdown here. He just needed a few more, but this one goes out at the 3. Now after that play, we have somebody banged up down there. Injuries never a welcome sight so close to the end of the season. They're out to attend to him. Solid opening drive so far, Brock. Few chances to cap it here. This is 1st and goal. In the red zone on first. And this finds him in the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Jason Sanders to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Steelers, nothing. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Sanders all set to send it away. Here's a return from the 7. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. And they'll be led out by this dual-threat quarterback.
A win is a win for him, whether he goes for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, Kate, or maybe he just finds the end zone once like last week. And being the team-first guy he is, he'd be more than happy to end the game with just 1 touchdown pass, or maybe even no touchdown passes, so long as they get the win in the end.
On the give, it's Brooks. And it looks like they'll give him about 2 on the opening play of this drive.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now off the play action. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down.
Here we go. Start.
Third and long. They're going to throw. Knocked away and hits the ground. Incomplete. That brings up fourth down. So an 0-2 start to the game for him, Brock. And not surprisingly, his team headed to the sideline after a 3-and-out.
I think it's going to take a few more incompletions before they start to panic, but that's far from the type of start they had planned for in this one.
Takes it in at the 26. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. And following the play, we've got a break in the action as the trainers head out. They had a man hurt on the play, and hopefully this doesn't affect his availability for the playoffs. Pretty good field position awaiting the Dolphins as they head up here, 1st and 10. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now.
32 stay.
Throwing now. Tagovailoa. Don't try forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. Into the house he goes. It's a pick six and a Pittsburgh touchdown. He missed the linebacker lurking, or he thought he could challenge him there and win. A 6-point mistake, Brock, either way.
Do you know, Kate, that you use that word as a verb in quarterbacks? When we look at coverages, we use it as a noun. He's a lurker. You said he was lurking, and he was. And if you're not aware of that lurker, that free defender who's got eyes on you, they can make you pay just as he did.
Point after from Pinheiro is up and good. And the Steelers tie this game 7-7. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. Returning it from the 4. Finds some space. He's past the 30. The Dolphins are back on offense. Tua Tagovailoa out there once again. And they've been willing to both call runs for him and let him ad-lib as he sees fit. He's top 5 for rushing yards by a quarterback this season. First down now, ball at the 33. Tagovailoa back to the air after the pick. This is thrown towards a defender instead, and he's the one who makes a play on football. That's not what this offense wants. Incomplete on first down.
Listen, this guy's reputation certainly precedes him in any game he's on the field, but it doesn't always keep QBs away from challenging him, especially early. But you know what will deter quarterbacks? Results, and those are the results he's looking for.
So still 10 to go on second from the 33-yard line.
Ready.
It's Achane on the inside give. Get some space around midfield. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. 35 on the pickup. And that is the Dolphins' first down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. That sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
Ready. Ready,
Going to the ground again on first. Much better job keeping him contained this time. He's going to be marked down right near the line of scrimmage.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Buys time, rolling right. Has a man downfield. This is Washington. Tackle made at the 10. 1st and goal coming up.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual-threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Ready.
Here's Achane up the middle. There's so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal. First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. Upping the tempo with some hurry-up offense.
The tackle made at the 3-yard line. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
The give now out of the shotgun. And ooh, this one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one, and the effort brings up 4th down.
Like the final battle scene from a movie, Kate, 2 sides charging each other, and they beat right at that line. And they didn't have to drive backward, All they had to do was hold the line to go win that battle.
The Steelers calling their first time out. And after using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Fourth down, and on comes Jason Sanders for the Dolphins field goal. Angling this one in from the right hash, the challenge here. Sanders sends it through. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
What a season this guy is having. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Sanders all set to send it away. Fielded at the 7. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Steeler offense out and ready to go for their second drive. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Johnson. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out. We made it 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. A give. This is Johnson. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. And he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up 4th down.
An early deficit means you lose the runway to slowly get your offense up to speed. This offense got to get going. And that incompletion won't help.
Another punt coming up for Rigoberto Sanchez. Tyreek Hill deep for the Dolphins. Secures this at the 17. And a nice return out of them. They have it a little further up past their own 30. The Dolphins offense ready to go as they take the field. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. New set of downs for them from the 31.
Ready.
First down. Here's Tua. Flush down out to his left. Ooh, look at this. Here he goes. Tundra by lowers hits. The ball is out. And the Steelers get to it. And Pittsburgh's going to take this back for the touchdown. The Steelers capitalize on that turnover and take the lead. Well, Brock, you and I know after that first turnover they were able to take back. They were looking for another one. And lo and behold, they found it.
You felt it. I felt it. Everybody in the stands felt it. It wasn't just good enough to get the takeaway. They wanted to one-up what they did earlier, and look at the celebration now.
And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. So they got him for roughing the kicker. They're going to put that penalty yardage on the spot of the ensuing kickoff. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored. And with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Miami offense headed out there now. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this round, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Tagovailoa on first down. He's going to keep it this time. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, second down. I'm just taking a guess here, Brock, that they were so concerned with his passing prowess that they forgot this dude can deal quite a bit of damage with his legs, too.
Yeah, this is where offenses in the NFL are blurring with the college game. They want guys running the show who can light it up through the air, but just as often torch you on the ground, with numbers normally reserved for running backs.
Second down carry for Achane. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a first down.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
Achane again. No big play this time, Brock.
Looked so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through.
Heads out on the bootleg. Headed out right. He's yard line. They'll have first and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
Do you feel sometimes, Kate, up here in the booth when we get to see things develop? We're playing the same guessing game the defenses are on those kind of plays. Is he planning on keeping it or just waiting for a throw to develop and get open? That time, Jimmy did a terrific job of finding that outlet.
He'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. Second and goal coming up. 5 yards to the end zone. So we're through one as everyone tries to stay warm on what has been a very cold night. 14-10 our score. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. We're back for the second quarter. Dolphins in a real good spot to score. They go to him again. And this is headed the wrong way. He's closed in on for a loss. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create...
And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Dolphins take a second quarter lead. Tua Tagovailoa with the touchdown. Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. The point after splits the uprights. And the Dolphins push their lead to 3.
17. Steelers 14. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Sanders all set to send it away. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Steelers and this running back headed back out for a new series. And you know who the ball is going to when they reach the red zone. He's currently top 5 across the NFL in rushing scores this season. Johnson gets it on 1st and 10. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. And it's not just in quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
This one intended for the running back. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Come on.
3rd and long for him here. That is once again incomplete, and consecutive incompletions, and now push them to 4th down. Rigoberto Sanchez on the punt. And he'll try to hit this one well. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. He has it at the 22. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Dolphins and running back Devon Achane getting back to work. And that front is really going to need to buckle down and provide some more opposition because he's gotten off to an excellent start here. Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10.
Ready, set.
They'll start the drive with Achane. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. And when he reached 1,000 yards, it was a mark of a great season already, right? But this is rising to something else now. He's starting to get up to the stratosphere that only the greatest seasons reach. That is 1,500 yards for him after that last carry.
44. Ready.
Achane, a 1st down carry. Now even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his...
Tagovailoa now. Short pass brought in. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. About set. This is 3rd and 5. To throw, Tagovailoa. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
The punt's away, and this one looking good. Angled this one for the sideline. Oh, they are loving this one. It flies out of bounds, and it wasn't too far off the end zone. They're going to say it crossed at the 3. Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback, as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. On the draw, this is Johnson. And he's going to get this one to about the 22 before they take him down. They gain 11 on that play. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
It really is pretty simple. If you want to run against a 3-4 group right up the gut, number 1, got to control that nose tackle. Number 2, you got to get people to the 2nd level. That was teaching tape.
In the hands of Fulton, complete. And they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too. New set of downs for him. It starts at the 38.
1st and 10 at the
Bronco quick.
Johnson up the middle. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48. He picks up 15 on the play. Man, the Steelers have a 1st down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
1st down, they're going back to Johnson. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? He can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis and that run support.
And he works it down to the enemy 44-yard line. That was the former 2-time Steelers All-Pro Minka Fitzpatrick making that play.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
That one nabbed by Warren. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Gain of 15 there. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
And the Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Shotgun handoff to Johnson. He's going to take this down to the 11-yard line. And now we'll get a pause here. Trainer's headed out to take a look at an injured player. Let's hope it isn't anything that's going to keep him from finishing this season strong. They'll come up on 1st and 10. Looking inside the red zone. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked by Marquis Siegel. Inside the red zone, they could feel how tight they were to the goal line. And then bam, Brock, they're off the field after a clutch interception.
I tell you what, football is the ultimate team game, but this is a situation where an individual picks up all 10 of his guys out there on the field. Somebody else is going to pick up the tab at dinner tonight for him.
The Dolphins and running back Devon Achane getting back to work. And they'll have 90-plus yards ahead of them as they take over following the pick. That's caught, Devon Achane. And this one does not go far.
Making that throw in double coverage to a running back, I don't want to live off of that, and I certainly am not going to count on it. But give some credit to the effort it took to make that catch. A whole bunch of bodies around him.
That's Hill on the slant. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. Into the red zone. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game.
You know, Kate, there's a reason that slant route has been in playbooks, I don't know, since football began. Because if you hit that receiver on the run, on target, on time, big plays can follow.
Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Dolphins make it a 10-point ball game.
Steelers 14. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Sanders all set to send it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. This makes it up to the 25. The Steelers back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And they're going to try to take the lead back to one possession here after that last score pushed it up to 24-14. Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Lasers this one deep down the middle. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
He's going to throw it. Taken in by Williams outright. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Complete out to the right side. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
To number 28. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Now, it has been an exciting one so far as we have reached our 2-minute warning. More from Sunday Night Primetime on the other side. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Let's go now. Ready.
Throwing it again here. Completed over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Steelers have a 1st down.
1st and 10
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
All set now. 1st and 10.
Get up. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Man in motion, headed right. Still sticking with the passing game. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They are throwing it again. He has him on the quick hitter. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Ready.
From the red zone now. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Johnson, and he's in for the touchdown. The Steelers making a 1-score game before halftime. In the arrow good on the extra point. And the Steelers cut it to a field goal game. Raleigh set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. On the return, here's Tyreek Hill. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Dolphins and running back Devon Achane getting back to work. And he has run roughshod over them in this opening half. Pretty sure this is the exact kind of start that he was hoping to have here. All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes 1st and 10.
Ready. Ready.
Tunga Bailoa vacates quickly left side. And now he takes it. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Miami calls a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Dude, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But the Nets the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Defender's there, and he forces the incompletion. Good play to bring about this 3rd down.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Got to cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Tua setting up to throw. Escapes the pocket. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Everybody rushing back to the line.
That's good for a Dolphins 1st down.
Not 1st down. Here's Tunga Bailoa. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. This one misses the tight end. So it's 2nd down coming up.
He was covered by Patrick Queen.
Good.
Throwing again. Here's Tua. He's going to push one deep down the right. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jalen Ramsey comes up with it. And the Steelers make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to come fighting his way through, but he lost the football. But I believe a Steeler was first to that football. They make the recovery and keep possession.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So a field goal game at the half. Good one so far, 2 quarters to go. Now let's check in with Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Our trip through the NFL starts now. In the Windy City, the Bears at home to take on the Texans. And this is shades of 1985. The Bears defense getting it done. They only had 1 takeaway on the afternoon, but it was an important one. The Bears win their 3rd straight game as they get the victory today. Next up, Lambeau Field. Let's look in on the Packers as they play host to the Minnesota Vikings. And let's watch Josh Jacobs. Looking for a hole, finds one, and he hits the turbo. Lastly, got one more to show you here. And it's Sam Darnold. One of his 2 rushing touchdowns on the afternoon. The Seahawks wind up cruising in this one, 35-14 the final. With that, time for a look at the playoff picture. Things starting to come into focus in the NFC here in Week 16. In the game you're watching, it's been tight throughout, a field goal separating these 2 sides through 2 quarters. As we hand it back over to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
No doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. You're going to bring him down as he gets it to the 33. The Steelers returning their offense and this running back to the field. And he's found the end zone as a receiver this season. You can see he's top 5 right now among NFL running backs in receiving touchdowns. First down now, ball at the 33. Second half starts off with a run by Johnson. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers take the lead right away in half number 2. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
That one splits the uprights. And the Steelers take a 4-point lead. Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. The Dolphins are back on offense. Tua Tagovailoa out there once again. And you may as well call him a constant headache that this defense has had to deal with all game long. I mean, they game plan to slow down his passing work, but it's been his rushes that have really broken the spirit of this unit. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Now Tua to throw. Knocked away, that's going to be incomplete. Defender there, and that brings up 2nd down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
Throwing again here on 2nd. Tagovailoa. Throwing the out route complete. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Well, it seems like the only thing that's going to be able to stop this guy or even slow him down is going to be that final whistle, Brock. This defense has been inconsistent at best.
This is one of those moments where it just feels like it's a privilege to watch. Right? When you're at a concert and you're just listening to somebody that's the best of the best, you want more. And right now up in this booth, I want to see this guy continue to put on a show.
Tagovailoa on first down. On the move, headed right. Throw to the right, finds Waddle. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
Okay, when you got a quarterback like this that is comfortable rolling to his right or to his left, it is so hard to defend. It's like an elite pitcher that commands both sides of the plate. Just really hard to stop them, contain them when they've got that versatility.
Here's Tua again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Chased out. Tagovailoa's hits. The ball is out. And no turnover here, but a massive loss on that play as he recovers his own fumble.
You know what? Everybody on the field is going to make mistakes. The key is to clean that up as quickly as he can. Ball carrier loses possession, but he doesn't panic and lose composure. Instead, he hops on the ball and he saves the day.
The Steelers offense headed out. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Now an inside handoff to Brooks. Only able to get back to the line on that 1st down play, so no gain.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Come on.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down. 3rd and just 2 to go. Here he is on 3rd and short. That one is caught. Horton has it. Keeps on moving into the red zone. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers now lead by 10. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
You know, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. You got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. Well, you can't do that. Got to avoid hitting the kicker. And because of that, the kickoff will be coming from midfield. Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Pretty good field position awaiting the Dolphins as they head up here, 1st and 10. It's Achane on the inside give. On the move, past the 40. Keeps on moving into the red zone. And they take this in for the score. The Dolphins shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Devon Achane with the touchdown. Wow, great stuff there, Brock. He busted that one open, got downhill, and got in for 6. Huge run there.
Yeah, and this is how you break a game open. He found that lane, and he was gone. What a tremendous effort in the blocking scheme there to just spring him enough so he could take it to the house.
The call comes in from Mike McDaniel. They want 2 here.
The Dolphins are lining up for
Tagovailoa will look to throw. And they get the 2-point conversion. Nice catch in the end zone there. They're back within a field goal now. Critical 2-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A 3-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there, but get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
Jason Sanders to for Miami.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now. Here's a return from the 7. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Steelers, offense and receiver Torrey Horton making their way back out. And the first half scoring has continued so far in this second half as they try to keep the pace. Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Alert! Alert!
They give to Johnson to start this drive. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
It's Johnson on 2nd down. And they stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down, but instead, defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy, and their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
Here we go, here we go. Ready.
He has it on the QB sneak. They're loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line, no gain.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Short pass brought in. And he is stopped with authority there. But that stop came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit and that 1st down. Pickup of 12 on that play. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Two. Cowboy 80.
He's going to throw this one. Brian Meat there, bring it in. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
And 5 at their 49-yard line.
Back to throw. Complete out to the right. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Really gay there on the tackle.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. So that brings them to 3rd down.
Alert!
Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
Ready.
They'll air it out on 3rd. He completes it in traffic. And he gets down to the 24 before he stops.
1st down.
He picks up 15 on the play. And the Steelers have a 1st down.
Ready.
Pass play coming here. Cut at the 10-yard line. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up 1st and goal.
Gain of 22 more yards. And the Steelers 1st down. 1st and goal. at the 2-yard line.
Johnson. And that's going to be a touchdown. It's on the board for now. But will it stand? We've got to see what this flag is all about.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So they catch the illegal block in the back, Brock, and that's rare that we see the clipping call. It's a dangerous play. It's rightfully going to back up this offense.
Let's go now. Cougar 19.
Goal to go. It's a pass play. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because you are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Forced out to his right, and the ground game works for the touchdown. The Steelers make it a 9-point advantage. Extra point try now from Pinheiro. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Steelers make it a 10-point ball game.
42. Dolphins 32.
Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. Hill now to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Dolphins to back it on offense. Tua Tagovailoa out there once again. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10.
All right, come on.
There's A-Chain up the middle. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
He can run it. And he's going to get this one to the 36-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Going to the ground again on first. And that's good for a gain of 5. Tackling like his dad, Joey Porter Jr. making that play.
A humble 5-6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. And stick with A-Chain. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Met and stopped by Alex Highsmith. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3. We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. It's Dolphins ball, and they're sort of in comeback mode. They trail to start the 4th. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. A-Chain again. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up 4th down.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
4th down, and on comes Jason Sanders for the Dolphins field goal. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. It's no good. He needed more leg, and he sent it too far right. And the deficit remains 2 scores.
They needed a few things to go right to make a comeback. And the first one, well, you had to. That was not a want to. That was a have to with that field goal. Without it, tough to imagine overcoming a 2-score deficit, Kate.
That pass is caught by Horton. And he gets this beyond the midfield stripe and onto the Dolphins side of the field. 5 still to go here. This is 2nd down.
18 Cardinals.
Looking to throw here. Dropping this underneath. Johnson. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's good for the Steelers. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Ready, 70 Timberwolves. Ready.
I'll throw it. Quick slant, that's Williams. And they take him down right along the 30.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the Dolphins' 30-yard line.
Options are open here. It's second and inches.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
Sticking to the air here. Looking to his running back, incomplete. That play's going to bring up third down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's fourth down. They send out Eddie Pinheiro for the field goal. This from 48 on the left hash. Pinheiro's kick is good, and that pushes the lead up to 13.
Those 3 points could go a long way to securing this W. Makes it a lot more comfortable knowing the other side's got to score a couple touchdowns now. A touchdown to field goal's not going to get it done anymore.
Returning it from the 4. He's got a lane up past the 30. He showed some nice bursts on that run back, didn't he? Getting them all the way out to their own 40. The Dolphins and Tyreek Hill headed back out on offense. And I think by this point we can all agree, Brock, that he is not going to be stopped until the clock stops at the end of this game. He just continues to make catches count in this second half. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up first and 10. 44. Here's Tagovailoa. Hits him on the out route. On the move, past the 40. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
First down. 24-yard gain on the play. First down, Dolphins.
Hey, that's it.
Tagovailoa back to throw. Right back to him. This is caught. And he will take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins now within one score in the fourth. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. His third through the air this game. Well, Brock, even with it being possibly the most popular route for teams to go to, sometimes you get it on the slant, you find yourself in the gap to turn it into much more, including what we just saw, 6 points.
All this time on task between you and I together, why do you think it's the most popular route?
Easy for the QB?
Yeah, I mean, short distance, easy for the QB,
Yeah.
and it's also great versus man or zone. There really is not a defense that you can employ out there. When you execute it right and you execute it on time, the big plays, and sometimes like this, touchdowns will follow.
Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. The point after splits the uprights. And the Dolphins get it back to within 6.
Dolphins 39. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Return starts at the 9. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Steelers and this running back headed back out for a new series. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. All right, Steelers to the line now. First and 10.
Here we go. Check. Happen.
Drive begins with a run by Johnson. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
Defense at the 32-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second.
Cowboy 80.
This one to Williams out left side. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Hey.
On the give, it's Brooks. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got second and 11.
Now might be a good spot to remind everybody, about for the thousandth time, how much better athletes these D tackles are today, Kate. A decade or two ago, they just ate up space. Now, they eat up running backs.
Lions.
Setting up to throw. They did it! He made the interception! And the Dolphins have some new life in the fourth!
That's just a bad decision, frankly. And really, as a quarterback in this moment of the game, you know it's not a time to take a risk. You cannot be throwing out life preservers and giving that other team, your opponent, a chance like he just did.
Offense returning to the field now for the Dolphins. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
Go ahead.
Throwing now, Tagovailoa. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now it's 2nd down.
All right.
Now they'll hand it off to Achane. And his fight good enough to gain about 4. It's 3rd down.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
Third down run from Achane. And he works this to the 38 before going down. A 6-yard gain on the play. And it's going to be 1st down Miami.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38.
You're right here.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And this hasn't been a common side out of him tonight, but the defense wins this rep. He's limited to no gain on the carry. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
2 now from the gun. Quick slant taken in by Waddle. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Gain of 15 there. And that is a Dolphins 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Achane, a 1st down carry. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
Taken down at the 19-yard line.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Dolphins trail by 6. They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
All right, come on. 19. 32, stay here.
Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be stopped after a pickup of 9, and that's going to make it 1st and goal.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
This one's caught. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further. Another snap from the 8 here. It's 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
Back to throw. Catch is made in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Well, we see the medical staff headed out there now. We're going to get a timeout as they handle an injured player. Not what you want to see so close to the end of the season. Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Tagovailoa keeping it on the sneak. And they're going to say he was short. They held him out, Brock, and now we're going to have to wait and see what they decide to do here on 4th and goal.
Come on, Kate. Put me in. One play, one time. I may have retired back in 04, but I could pick up a couple inches on that sneak. Astounding that call did not turn into a 1st down. Come on, boys.
Need to keep this drive going. Here's 4th and inches. Desperation time here. And it's a touchdown in the final minute. He's in, and now an extra point will give him the lead and maybe the win. So it was touchdown or bust here on this drive, Brock. A field goal wouldn't have done it, but they get the score they needed, and now a critical extra point forthcoming.
And now what I love, the pressure shifts to the other sideline. They do have some time left on the clock, and remember, all they're going to need is a field goal to go out and steal this one in the end.
That one right down the middle, and they'll take the lead.
Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Sanders all set to send it away. Brings in the kick at the 9. He's got a lane up past the 30. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35. The Steelers, offense and receiver Torrey Horton making their way back out. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. 1st down now, ball at the 33. Oh, love this. He gets another one. Keep feeding that fullback, baby. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout. To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal.
Check that.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. The Steelers use their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Here he is to throw. It's caught right side by Freiermuth. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Steelers working with a sense of urgency from the hurry-up clock, continuing to run.
And the Steelers, 1st down.
And they're down to 21 seconds after he spikes it. Second and 10. Need something positive here. He'll look to throw it. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Those are the kind of decisions you got to make in that spot. And the smart quarterbacks, they seem to do it consistently. When you're in enemy territory, a throwaway is always better than risking a turnover.
A big moment coming up for Eddie Pinheiro on this attempt. From the right hash, this is going to be a 51-yarder. It has enough leg, and it's good from deep. And they're going to take the lead inside the final minute.
That kick was a heck of a distance, but with the adrenaline that you know he had flowing through him in that moment, it helped give him all the drive he needed to send the game winner through.
And it goes for a touchback, so time enough for 1, maybe 2 final plays here. Pretty good field position awaiting the Dolphins as they head up here, 1st and 10.
All right, come on.
Setting up to pass. Dumps it off to Achane. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. That's It's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And it's going to be first down Miami.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Go ahead. Out.
Here's a handoff for Achane. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down. And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play.
It's second and 8.
An entire game coming down to this try by Jason Sanders. You better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. He didn't get enough into it, so it just comes down shy of the crossbar. So make a check in the win column for the Steelers. Well, Brock, I think it's safe to say that the top-ranked defense in the NFL probably going to take a couple of hits to its status after this one. We have not seen an opponent score against them like this very often, if at all, this season.
Yeah, I think what it shows you too, Kate, is even for an elite defense, there's still holes and weaknesses to be found and taken advantage of. Yeah. Took a whole bunch of effort, some great masterful game planning, but this offense found ways to score against a pretty salty defensive unit.
So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Pittsburgh.